Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Mind Map. Today's topic of discussion is National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. First of all, we will discuss about the introduction of the topic. Then we will discuss about its composition, functions, powers, issues, way forward, and lastly, practice question. First of all, moving on to the introduction of the topic. National Commission for Scheduled Tribes is a constitutional body established by Article 338A of the Constitution. The National Commission for Scheduled Tribes was formed by altering Article 338 and introducing a new Article 338A into the Constitution by the Constitution 89th Amendment Act of 2003. The present and the 6th National Commission for Scheduled Tribes was constituted in 2021. Article 338A inter alia gives powers to the NCST to oversee the implementation of various safeguards provided to scheduled tribes under the Constitution or any other law for the time being, in force or under any other order to the government, and to evaluate the working of such safeguards. Now moving on to composition. The commission shall consist of a chairman, vice chairman, and other members appointed as determined by the president through rules. They are appointed by the president by warrant under his hand and seal. The chairman shall be appointed from amongst eminent social and political workers belonging to scheduled tribes who inspire confidence amongst the scheduled tribes by their very personality and record of selfless service. The vice chairman and all other members, out of whom at least two shall be appointed from amongst persons belonging to the scheduled tribes. At least one other member shall be appointed from amongst women. Now let's discuss about functions. To investigate and monitor all matters relating to the safeguards provided for the STs under the Constitution or under any other law for the time being in force or under any order of the government. To inquire into specific complaints with respect to the deprivation of rights and safeguards of the STs. To participate and advise in the planning process of the socio-economic development of the STs and to evaluate the progress of their development. The Commission shall provide reports on the operation of those safeguards to the President annually and as necessary. To make in such reports recommendations as to the measures that should be taken by the Union or any state for effective implementation of those safeguards. The President, subject to the provisions of any law made by Parliament, may by rule discharge any other functions relating to the protection, welfare, development and advancement of the STs. Now moving on to powers. The Commission shall have the power to regulate its own procedure. The Commission is vested with the powers of a civil court for any kind of investigation or inquiry, having authority to summon and enforce the attendance of any person, examine on oath, discovery and production of any documents, receive evidence on affidavits, requisition of any public record or copy thereof from any court or office, issue commissions for examination of witnesses and documents, and any matter which President by rule may determine. Now let's discuss about the issues. First is pending reports. In the financial year 2021-22, it has met only 4 times. Its rate of pendency of resolution of complaints and cases that it receives is also close to 50%. Manpower and budgetary shortage. The committee expressed dismay over the near paralysis of the Commission's working with manpower and budgetary shortage. The recruitment in the Commission was constrained because of lack of applicants as the eligibility bar was set too high and the rules being tweaked to enable many more candidates to apply. Lack of appointment. It just has a chairperson and 1 member with all other posts empty, including that of the mandatory ST member. And lack of candidates. In the recruitment process, the eligibility bar is set too high and the rules are impromptu changed. Now lastly, moving on to the way forward. The Commission needs to function as per the constitutional authority allotted to it. It should work for the welfare of STs and prevent the exploitation of scheduled tribes. The pending vacancies should be immediately filled with the mandatory post to be filled at the earliest for the smooth functioning of the Commission. The reports which have not been tabled in Parliament needed to be tabled and their recommendations be debated. The budgetary allocation to the Commission needed to be reviewed accordingly so that the functioning of the constitutional body is not impacted due to lack of funds. Now it's time for the practice questions. First of all, prelims based question. Consider the following statements. 1. National Commission for Scheduled Caste is a statutory body. 2. National Commission for Scheduled Tribes is a constitutional body. Which of the statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? And now mains practice. What are the two major legal initiatives by the state since independence addressing discrimination against scheduled tribes? So that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching. For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.